The story. Jordana Miller is with us from Jerusalem now. And Jordana, the UN officials spelling out the huge suffering for the people in Rafah even before the possible ground invasion of the city. So how do you today view the likelihood that there will be a ground war there? Are Israeli leaders being swayed by the kind of international pressure we just heard there?
Well, Israeli leaders have been hearing international opposition to a potential major military operation in Rafah now for 2 weeks. So this is nothing really new. What I think is important is that the war cabinet minister there, Benny Gantz, is trying to give Hamas a way out. In other words, we won't undertake this very complicated military operation if you release our hostages, or between the lines there, he's also saying, or if you come back to us with some reasonable demands that we can get on board with and make progress with a hostage release deal and ceasefire. Remember, Benny Gantz is one of the very small 5 members in the war cabinet. He and General Gadi Eisenkot have been really pushing and pushing for the top priority to be the release of the hostages. The other thing to note is that he may not have said it in that soundbite that we just heard, but General Benny Gantz, like the Prime Minister and the other senior officials that are leading this war, the Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, the other generals we just mentioned, Gadi Eisenkot, all agree that if Israel goes into Rafah in the coming weeks, they will spend considerable time before that evacuating hundreds of thousands of Gazans. Now, the question is how to do that. And we're told that the Israeli army is working on a plan. It appears that the most likely scenario is that Israel will give safe passage to Gazans to move north to the northwest along the coast, and that safer zone, I won't call it a safe zone, but the safer zone, Mawasi, will be extended to the north and south. We've even heard some reports that possibly there will be some kind of barges built off the coast to house even more Gazans. There's just simply no way that we're going to see Israel go into Rafah in a very intense way, come in with tanks and troops the way we've seen them hit other major Hamas strongholds like Gaza City and Khan Yunis without getting out the civilians. Israel is making that very clear, though it doesn't always come across in the headlines. So, here General Benny Gantz trying to send a message to Hamas to really move and move quickly because Ramadan is coming. And it is really in no one's interest, not in Israel's nor the Muslim world, for there to be an intense war going on in Gaza during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan.
All right, Jordana Miller for us in Jerusalem. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks.